We are going to get supercharged here tonight, Derek Stone.
Looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it all month, as a matter of fact, for SuperCHARGED. Got some great matches, tournament style. Going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome. This is the one and only Derek Stone. I'm Lucas Bradwell. We are coming at you for the next 15 minutes or so for our pre-show leading up to Ignition, which we're going to have an abbreviated version of Ignition here tonight. I got a few matches, though, that are going to be off the charts, as always.
Absolutely.
And then we lead you up into SuperCHARGED. I will be joined by commentary by the legendary D'Lo Brown for SuperCHARGED. SuperCHARGED is going to be awesome because now wait a minute.
Stick around for a little.
Are you going to wait a minute? What?
I don't. You're trying to get rid of me. Maybe I'm going to hang up.
Well, I know you've already big timed me by.
I just renegotiated my contract. If you notice, I'm in the big chair for months now, Lucas. I've known for a fact that you've raised this chair, and look how much taller I am now than you are, and look how short you are. I knew it. Everybody said, no, those chairs are the same height. He's just taller than me. Yeah, you're taller than me, but you purposely did it. And now, look, just goes to show you how important I am to Rocky Mountain Pro. I renegotiated my contract, and I got the big chair.
You got the big chair.
And I can see a whole different world now, Lucas.
I'm now only 5'9". Thank you.
I'm 6'6".
And this is a very historic night, though.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so SuperCHARGED is once again going to be a tournament.
Yeah.
The winner of the tournament will get a charged title shot at the next SuperCHARGED, which will be in 2 months.
Talk about writing your ticket. This is the way to do it. I mean, we talk about constantly how much it takes to get a title shot here in Rocky Mountain Pro, how hard things are. And here in one night, you have a great night, and you are in the driver's seat.
Yes, and it could be a big night for someone. We know that, hey, last SuperCHARGED, Johnny Casanova won it. He got his charged title shot, but he was forced to take it a little bit early as he got his title shot this past Tuesday on Charged, and didn't work out as Briscoe Crown was victorious. So, but I hear that Johnny Casanova isn't going to be in this tournament again, so he's got another chance.
Got an opportunity, and you never count a guy like Johnny Casanova out. He's a guy, look, when you talk about strategy, you talk about, just ways around things. There isn't too many people better than Johnny Casanova.
No, Casanova is, he's wily. He knows how to manipulate referees, knows how to manipulate the wrestlers that he's going up against. He's a very intelligent person if you can get past the bad hairdo and everything, you know. But with all joking aside, Johnny Casanova is going to be a great competitor in this tournament. We've got some of the biggest names in Rocky Mountain Pro going to be a part of this tournament tonight here on SuperCHARGED. We got to talk about this. Me and you haven't seen each other since the big news story here at Rocky Mountain Pro went down 2 weeks ago on Charged.
I was wondering why my life has been going so well, and you just explained it.
Yeah.
I've seen you in about a month.
That's. But so the big news story that's kind of been the buzz, the talk around, is Echo's betrayal of Balaam Lynx and La Isla.
Unbelievable.
It's been the talk of the locker room. No one's gotten any answers out of Echo why he did what he did, kicking Balaam Lynx right in the face.
Yeah.
It's inexplicable.
You know, if you were to ask me, listen, people stab each other in the back all the time in the wrestling business.
Yes.
Right? It happens. It's not an uncommon occurrence. But if you were going to ask me two guys that would never do that to each other, somebody would never turn on the other, it would have been those two. It would have been Echo and Balaam for sure. Look, we've seen that they've had some struggles here in the last few months, and things have kind of been rocky. But it's just mostly because I chalked it up as both of those guys are super competitive, Lucas. Both of those guys want to be the best, and they're going to try to bring the best out of each other. So that that leads to arguments sometimes. That leads to competitive tension. It leads to some maybe a little bit of aggravation with each other, but I never thought that it would lead to something like that.
I never would have thought the same, but it happened, and both men are going to be in this tournament. From what I understand, I got a little sneak peek of the bracket. It looks like they are on opposite ends of the bracket. So the only way they're going to be able to meet is if they both get in the finals. Wow, it could happen. Another thing that very interesting thing that I saw in this bracket. Remy D is in the tournament.
Yeah.
Megan, Remy D made a return at NRW. Kind of shocked CBD.
Sure did.
And speaking of CBD, he's also in the tournament. He's in the same bracket as Remy D.
So there's a very real possibility that these two will face each other here tonight.
Yeah.
And I am betting that one CBD is not all too happy about it.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know if he's seen it, so maybe we shouldn't say anything.
Well, maybe don't jinx him. Right? Let him be surprised.
Right.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, I think.
Yeah, just so many big things happening here at Rocky Mountain Pro.
Yeah.
And last week we didn't have an ignition, but we did have a very special show.
Yeah, talk about this. It's a cool event.
Yeah, we did at the historic Lakeside Amusement Park. If you're not from the Denver area and you're not familiar, Lakeside is like a 125-year-old amusement park.
One of the oldest in the country.
In the country.
At one time had the third largest roller coaster.
Yeah. All of the original rides are pretty much still there. It's a very unique place, very cool, historic. Our guys did a live show there at Lakeside as part of a film festival, and it was a big thing. It was a success, and it was called Lakeside Lockup. And right now, we still have limited edition of this poster right here.
That's cool.
Lakeside Lockup, and it is signed by some of the talent. We're going to get more of the talent to sign it. Very limited number of these were made.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, this was actually made by the people at the film festival. So Lakeside Light. Now you can get your hands on one of these by if you purchase one of the mystery bags that Mr. Fourth Row has at his merch table.
Okay.
He has all kinds of different mystery bags. He is throwing in one of these absolutely free.
How cool is that?
Limited edition. So yeah, you get a mystery bag and you will get one of these Lakeside Lockup posters signed by Rocky Mountain Pro talent.
The entire roster is going to be signed.
Yes.
That in itself would be something worth getting.
Yes, so get with Mr. Fourth Row at the merch table if you come down here at the Wimmer. If you are not available to come down here to Englewood, Colorado, you can get a hold of Mr. Fourth Row on all the social medias. He's on X and Facebook at Mr. Fourth Row. Message him. He will get you hooked up.
Just had a 90s flashback there when you said he was on X.
That's
not what you mean.
Not that kind of X.
Okay, I just want to make that clear.
That one that used to be a bird and now it's
very cool. Okay.
I mean the owner might be on X, but
it's very possible. All right, man, I'm excited. It's always exciting to come into the Wimmer Arena, right? Now, always exciting. We call it the Thursday Night Thriller for a reason. Right?
Yes.
But tonight, it's just, did you feel it when you came in? It's like there's just a little something extra in the air.
It is. Well, and we're winding down summer. Labor Day's coming up.
Yeah.
Temperatures are going to start cooling down here eventually, but we're heating up here at Rocky Mountain Pro because we got SuperCHARGED, and then we got one of my favorite events of the year coming up in just a little over a month. Shocktober, I believe is October 5th this year, and so that's going to be huge. We already have two matches we already know about.
No, for sure.
Because we had Danger Dean
has a title shot
because he won the Colorado Cup back at Milestone. He is going to get a title shot. Looks like right now it's going to be him and Curtis Cole on a collision course for Shocktober.
Going to be a great match. Two guys that are very familiar with each other, by the way.
They've had some battles in the past. That is going to be terrific. And then we found out this past Tuesday on Charged that it's official. Sin Bodie is going to get an NRW title shot against Damon Ace, the weapon. Wow, that is going to be fantastic.
Well, we knew this was going to happen, right? You know that these two guys were on a collision course, and it was going to happen. It's going to happen sooner rather than later, and I'm excited about that. I have been in the ring with Sin Bodie, and I have been in the ring with Damon Ace, and they're very different, both very, very capable wrestlers, but really a different outlook on how to wrestle. Damon Ace, very sort of cerebral and
methodical,
straight,
yes.
very methodical, right? And you know, Sin Bodhi, of course, everywhere else, all over the place.
He is an absolute wild card.
Absolutely.
You never know what's going to happen.
You talk about people that are, he is definitely that definition. And so how is this whole thing going to, both men very capable of violence, both men very capable of technical wrestling. I'm really excited about this particular matchup. And I think it's going to be a huge test for Damon Ace, who, as of late, I've seen a little different side to Damon Ace, just a little bit. I don't want to say that he seems to be thinking a little more, thinking about the consequences of his actions. I think that that long feud with Mercury Aiden really changed him.
I do, and I've seen. I think he has a little bit greater respect for his opponents.
I think so.
A little bit. I think he still believes that he is the alpha dog of Rocky Mountain Pro.
Sure.
But I think that he still wants to make that perfectly clear, and have everyone understand that he is the dominant one here at Rocky Mountain Pro.
Right.
But at the same time, he's going to start doing things maybe a little bit more at a way that I think people can look up to a little bit more. I don't know if that's a fair assessment or not, but that's kind of what I've been seeing out of Damon Ace. He's still not a nice guy.
It's like he's not kissing puppies and flowers and that kind of stuff. I will say this though. It's one thing to become a champion. It is something completely different to stay a champion. And I think Damon Ace is a guy who's smart enough to recognize, hey, the things that got me here, I need to keep some of those things, but I also need to keep evolving, because now you really do feel, I've got a target on my back. Just because I have this title, all of a sudden I've got a maniac like Sin Bodhi on my back.
Yes.
I've got everybody else in the locker room looking, just kind of giving me the side eye every time they see me. And that is what makes a real champion. That's what makes real legends, is being able to put up with that.
And his title is unique because it's only defended at pay-per-views, at our six shows a year.
Yeah.
So it's very unique, and
every one of those matches is a big match.
And it's a big stipulation, a different stipulation. So unique title. I want to take a moment to remind everyone that tonight's SuperCHARGED is a premium event. So if you are not part of our $9.99 pay-per-view membership on YouTube, make sure you get that now. If you are a $4.99 member, if you are our basic tier member, make sure you get that upgraded so you get this. You get this event. Yes, get this special pay-per-view event, and you still get all the other. Benefits. You get the emotes, and you also get to be a part of the members-only chat with the dudes and belts when we have a talent.
Yeah.
So that is going to be happening tonight. So make sure you get that subscription upgraded to $9.99. And we're going to be going to Ignition here pretty soon. We've got some great matches. We're going to find
making some debuts here tonight as well.
So we've got Jake Goldie out of Arizona going to be making his debut. Why does it always seem like when we have a debut that they always have to go up agast the Weapon Damon Ace?
Yeah, it's a tough way to break yourself into Rocky Mountain Pro. That's true.
It's like a welcome to Rocky Mountain Pro, kid. Yeah. Sure. But this guy is big. But hey, speaking of big, we got Lockettes action to start things off. We'll be right back. Let's go. And coming to you live from the Wimmer Arena. Here it is.
From the Amazon rainforest, waiting in fine little monkeys, Lola, the adventurer.
And coming to you live from the Wimmer Arena in Englewood, Colorado. This is the Thursday Night Thriller. This is an abbreviated version of Ignition. Lucas Bradwell alongside Derek Stone, and we're kicking things off with a Lockettes rivalry that's been going on for many years.
From the raging fires, weighing at 210 pounds, Lilith Grimm.
The amazing new gear that Lilith Grimm is wearing. That is a cool outfit.
That is awesome. As is Lilith Grimm. I know is the first time we've seen her on Rocky Mountain Pro Television since losing her Lockettes title. Going to be very interesting to see how she can bounce back. We know how much it meant to her to finally win that Lockettes title at Milestone, and then to lose it at the next pay-per-view to a young rookie in Adrian Mascara. It's going to be.
See that?
Yeah, very vicious.
Very aggressive right off the bat. That's not something we normally see from Lola.
But Lola, recently I've kind of noticed something just different about her. Not quite as smiley and bouncy and bubbly as she used to be.
Yeah.
I have noticed a little bit of a change out of Lola.
Well, we're definitely noticing that aggressive side of her, and I think that, there have been a few things this past year that have really sort of, changed her attitude, I would think. I mean, the whole fiasco with the law office and all of that, and, just to see, that right there is something we would have not seen from Lola.
Yeah, that's a little uncharacteristic out of Lola to kind of take advantage of a situation on the outside of the ring. And look at this.
Got caught.
Oh, and now we're seeing vicious. This is what we normally see out of Lilith Grimm. She's always focused and always ready to have a fight. Yes,
anytime. That's absolutely right. So if you want to fight, she's ready. Look at
could be
just so strong.
Could be going for that. Maybe that Mancuerna right off the bat.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Nope. Coming off the ropes and.
Nice move from Lola there, almost, but Lilith's still strong enough to hold on.
She's still got her in that predicament. Various moves she could use out of this position.
We've mentioned this before about Lilith just so strong. That's something that if you can avoid close contact with Lilith Grimm, you do that if you can.
She was a competitive power lifter. Something you would know a lot about, and just super strong. And you got to think there's probably a little bit of frustration that's coming out of Lilith Grimm right now.
I think we can see it on her face. She's like you said, we talked about how she wanted that title so bad, worked so hard for it, and then to have it and to lose it, obviously much quicker than she expected, has really kind of played on her psyche. And then you see Lola just taking the fight right to her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She might have broke a rib right there.
Yeah.
I mean, those powerful legs of Lilith Grimm just drove her down into the mat right there.
Yeah, she can crush somebody with those legs. We know that the whole thick thighs take lives, and she can use those legs in various positions as far as kicking and just taking the life right out of you.
The one thing we always say about Lola, for years she was sort of known as an underdog just because of her size, but she is no longer an underdog in any match she's in.
No,
incredible fighting spirit.
She has established herself as one of the top Lockettes in the division. There is no question about it. And look at this, going for a full Nelson.
I don't know that this is a smart move.
Yeah, I think Lilith is too strong, but look at this. She's able to get enough on it and ramming Lilith's head right into the turnbuckle.
Listen, I don't know about these tactics here from Lola. It's not something we've seen a lot from her, but you can't argue with the success she's having with it right now.
And the crowd is behind Lilith, which usually it's kind of a split crowd, yeah.
Back and forth, yeah. That's the one thing about Lilith Grimm, though. You got to stay on top of her. You give her just a couple seconds to recover, and she's ready to fight. Lilith will fight until she is knocked out, No quit in Lilith Grimm, nor quit in Lola either.
I want to remind everyone in chat, if you're watching us on YouTube or even on Kick and Rumble, if you want to get a shout out here on our live stream as we're doing this, give us a super chat. We'll shout you out.
Lola trying to get Lilith off her feet, and that's easier said than done, Lucas.
Yeah, it is. It's so big and strong, and especially the base. Oh, look at this, covering up.
Good move. She got her. Just a little patience to see that develop. Going for the count. 2 count.
And just we've said it already, but the facial expressions on Lola, just something different about her. It's a little out of character.
Yeah, it is out of character. You're right. And I haven't seen Lola. Even when I came into the building, I happened to walk by her in the hallway, and she didn't smile. Normally she's all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't get a greeting as she was coming. Oh,
here we go.
And this could be going for the Lilithine.
You could have her right here. She's got her.
Oh,
there's
wait.
One.
And just being her out. That's it. And Lilith gets back on the winning track here at Rocky Mountain Pro.
Gets those thighs around her like that, Lucas. No way.
Your winner, Lilith Grimm.
It's a much-needed win, Lucas.
Yeah, I think Lilith needed that for her own confidence. I think this does wonders, but what does this do for Lola? We've seen the change in attitude and just...
See that?
Yeah, just
walked by us and gave us both a scowl. It's not going to make her attitude any better, that's for sure.
Well, coming up next, we have more Lockettes action. The Lockettes champion is here, and she takes on one of her rivals, Noelle.
This has really turned into a rivalry.
It has.
I think both of these two young women are, even though we do have a champion, they represent the future. They represent where things are going next. And I think we're going to be seeing these two go at each other for quite a long time.
Yes, I believe they are the future, and they've been having this rivalry, very competitive matches. Tonight should be no exception. We've also got the debut. I said it earlier in the pre-show. Jake Goldie makes his debut. This young man, very impressive young man. He's active duty Air Force. He would actually be the second competitor that we've had that has been active duty Air Force. I don't know if you remember Dwayne Douglas. Yeah, the show Dwayne Douglas. So Jake Goldie, active duty Air Force, a graduate of the Air Force Academy. He was a football player for him. Was a NFL prospect. So very impressive young man.
Looking forward to his debut tonight.
Trained by Don Vitale and Gangrel.
Terrific.
This
great pedigree from this young man.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you what kind of competitors we have here in Rocky Mountain Pro. Everybody's saying, this is the place I want to be. This is where I need to be,
And so we've got him, but as we said, I don't know what it is about whoever is making the matches, but every time we have a debut, it always seems like that we feed these guys to the wolf in Damon Ace.
Well, I think that the prospect is one, Damon Ace is always open for a challenge from anybody, and we talked about it a little bit earlier today about how this guy wants to prove he's the alpha dog, not only to everybody here, but everybody everywhere.
I commend that, but I think he's already proven it. What he did at NRW against Mercury Yaden and finally putting a close to that and putting an exclamation point, I think he has proven that he is the guy. I mean, even though he is not the Rocky Mountain Pro champion, NRW champion, what he's done, I think he has made his point crystal clear. I give Damon Ace all the props for what he's accomplished.
So we're definitely looking forward to that match later on today, and we'll see what his opponent has. I'm excited about it.
Yes.
You're right about Damon Ace. I do believe that he has proved himself. But that's the thing about being a competitor. You're never done proving yourself, and that's what it takes to be a winner, Lucas. I hate to break it to you.
You really? Is that what it takes?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I know you wouldn't know anything about winning.
I wouldn't know.
I know you wouldn't know anything about being successful.
So I'm
going to try to walk you through it, okay?
I mean, I've won a few games of checkers against Lord Mitchell.
Basketball player.
I'm
checkers. Come on, man. Who plays checkers?
You do.
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm pretty good at it, actually. I like checkers. We should do that. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that for a pre-show sometime.
Yeah.
You and I will just play checkers and sort of talk about wrestling.
Sounds good. We might as well do something while we're just talking about nonsense. So I do have to talk about something that I saw in the back. Very interesting.
Okay.
I'm good friends with Brew.
Yeah.
He's been very standoffish as of late.
I haven't, I used to see you guys kind of hanging around, cutting up a little bit, having a good time.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen that in.
He's been very distant. Something's weird, and then today I come in and I see that he'll be teaming. He's got a tag team match with Echo.
It's an interesting team.
Very interesting, and I don't know, what's going on. If it was with random, it kind of seemed very random to me.
We don't know what's going on.
But when I tried to talk to Brew, and he kind of brushed me off, and it's just curious. That's all.
Yeah, it's like I said, we do have questions about Echo's mindset as well. So, what is this relationship with Echo and Brew, and then teaming together?
Yeah, I never really seen too much camaraderie between those two, so I don't know if there's anything. I think this was just a random match thrown together.
Yeah, you never know. It's possible that, look, they're both at a point in their career where they're going to take whatever. They're going to get an opportunity to face,
Yeah, but it'll be smoke and mirrors they'll be facing here tonight.
Listen, they're going to. You can say what you want about smoke and mirrors. They're an established tag team here in Rocky Mountain Pro. These guys have been getting better every week. To knock them off on the first time that you guys are, a team could really boost your career. Kind of like make people notice. These two guys are serious.
This could be, it could be very interesting. And another little interesting thing, Brew and Echo are both in this tournament here tonight on SuperCHARGED, so they'll be in it. Your guy Lord Mitchell Taylor is going to be in the tournament.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So is that? Are you putting your money on it?
I'm putting all of my money.
What's the odds?
You're odd.
No, I'm saying, what are the odds? I want to know if I need to get in on the action.
I say it's a good. I don't even know how odds work.
You're not a.
I'm not a gambler.
You're not a gambler. Okay.
I'm a winner.
Yeah.
Look, there's a difference.
I got you. So, as we move on here, a lot of interesting things that I noticed just looking at the bracket on the tournament.
Yeah.
So those are just some of my observations that I've
noticed. So if you don't have it, if you aren't a premium member, right, you need to sign up.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it. So upgrade, get to $9.99. Just hit that membership button right at the top of the YouTube chat there.
Just right there. Looking right at your phone right there.
And you just click on that, and that'll get you upgraded. So we have membership, gifting, super chat, super all kinds of things you can do to help support Rocky Mountain Pro.
Don't forget about. I like these super chats. We haven't heard from my good buddy Ned.
Yeah, Ned's been a little MIA.
Yeah, hopefully that we can hear from Ned. I always enjoy that.
And we also want to remind everyone that tomorrow night we will be lower downtown Denver
Always a good time.
The Bierstadt Lager House. So if you are in the Denver area and you can make it downtown, what a great time. I mean, that place is jam-packed, a rowdy crowd, fun atmosphere.
It's one of the best ways to spend your Friday night here in Denver whenever we're down there. The crowds are terrific. The beer is terrific. You get yourself a slow pour. The weather's going to be great. It really is something special. It's really fun, the matches, and there's just something about the excitement in the air, and when we're outside and people driving down the main streets and stuff, it's electric. So be there.
It's a great time. Yeah, so if you can be there, and join us here, Jared. Join us here for SuperCHARGED. But hey, you can watch the next few matches for free, so keep some. But we're going to go to more action. Let's go to the ring. A guy that's got a lot of questions to answer.
Certainly does.
And really quick, I want to take this second to thank John Christopoulos for welcome to RMP pay-per-view membership. You are going to be able to watch SuperCHARGED here tonight, John. Thank you. And
look at this.
Yeah, look, didn't even look at me. Didn't put up the horns. Something's weird.
First, the team of Brew and Echo Busan.
They don't seem to be too chubby here.
No.
But almost look at the opponents.
Yeah. Well, here's two guys that definitely get along quite well. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Cushman? That's
hey, how are you?
That's the Ignition champion, Sergey.
That's not what we had on the sheet here.
No. This was a surprise.
And their opponents, including honorary member of Smoke and Mirrors, Sergey and Nick Diamond.
Well, apparently, Cushman maybe had a little too much of the herbal supplements back there.
Too relaxed.
Yeah. So Sergey, the Ignition champion, filling in.
Still wearing the belt, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not taking it off the belt.
I don't think you can wear that in the match, Sergey. I think you have to take the belt off.
So I got an interesting question.
Yes.
Could this possibly help out Nick Diamond to have a champion as his partner? I know they don't have any experience teaming up with one another, but...
Yeah. Well, this match just got a lot more interesting to seeing two teams that, to my knowledge, none of these men have ever teamed with each other before.
I don't believe so.
And we'll see how they gel. We know that individually, all these men have faced each other in singles competition.
Yes.
Never in a tag match.
And Echo just looked very kind of yeah.
Wow.
His look on his face is just he just looks to be what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like he doesn't care about what he did to Balaam. Like he's just uninterested in anything else going on. He's just kind of I'm here to do my job, which is wrestle, and
very matter of fact, kind of indignant to things that are going on.
That's probably a good word. And Sergey being very talkative to Mick Diamond.
Supportive for Mick. Well, that's one thing you can say about Sergey is that he is a positive influence. And he slapped to the back of the head of his own.
And D. Chris D, I think, has the comment of the night so far, saying that Mick Diamond pulled a Sergey out of his hat.
There we go. Yes, he did something. Come on. That's what we're talking about. Come on. There we go.
We'll see how these two teams are gelling so far. Haven't seen a tag from either team.
No, Mick is. Yeah, look at that. Mick is. That's almost a page out of the Echo playbook. Echo is always likes to be very aggressive with those arm drags and holding on to the arm.
He's the tag team Ignition champion, but he's got to take the belt off.
Yeah, that is now a weapon.
Yeah. Eli finally getting around to getting the belt off of the Ignition champion. I would bet that Sergey spends most of his money on those Al Snow Wrestling Academy t-shirts.
I think so.
He's got a lot of them, right?
He's just got he's got a bunch of them.
I don't think it's just one that he washes with.
No.
He's got a lot.
Because they all kind of have a different tint of white, so yeah.
Come here.
And there's a tag to the right.
That's not going to work, Sergey. He's not your partner.
And
tagged Eli. Well, Eli's in there already.
Yeah.
He's going to go on his own.
Sergey's the Ignition champion, not the tag team champion.
Right.
So
we'll cut him some slack today. In all seriousness, though, I mean, and we have talked about this, the journey that Sergey has been on since coming here to Rocky Mountain Pro. Well, he tagged out to and he's going to...
Now, wait a minute. Sergey thinks that he tagged out
to Brew.
No, that's not... Yeah, no.
And that's a guy you don't want to play around with.
Brew has been... very, very focused as of late. And, that's kind of what I attributed, kind of him kind of brushing me off. And but it's been very aggressive in the ring, and it was just at at NRW that he had Brew at the pay-per-view at the pre-show had a title shot and damn near won the Ignition Championship.
Yeah, in recent weeks we've seen these two team together. And of course, like the title shot that you mentioned. Here we go. Now we're seeing a little teamwork here.
Quick in and out tags and Sergey.
Not sure.
Well, we have Bruce Wayne's as the second rope superstar. I guess Sergey could be the first rope.
First rope.
Diamond going to the second, and
Mick Diamond, I would say, has become a solid tag team wrestler. Maybe he had a couple conversations with Sergey before the match.
I don't know how much the communication was effective.
But you can talk all you want, right? Here we go.
Sergey still thinks it's Christmas time.
That's not for a few months. Despite what you will see in all the department stores already, it is not Christmas time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
And that's that aggressive attitude that we have been talking about. He might have popped his shoulder out right there.
A double stomp to the shoulder blade. It's just very aggressive. I would love to get an explanation out of Echo of why he did what he did to Balaam. And Balaam hasn't had any comment. We attempted to get some word out of Balaam on Tuesday, and he did not want to talk about what happened.
Real sensitive topic right now for both of these guys. Nobody's really saying a whole lot right now, but
we're starting to see a little bit more cohesion out of Brew and Echo now. It's a little interesting just how quickly they've all of a sudden started to get along. Yeah.
I think that's true, Lucas. You're right about that. I was just going to say that. They definitely seem to be on the same page.
Big right hands by Mick Diamond.
Mick Diamond needs to make a tag here. I don't know why he's continuing to stay in the ring.
Big elbow, trying to get Brew down, maybe trying to soften him up for Sergey.
This is a mistake.
And look at this, almost kind of mocking Brew a little bit with the horns and the elbows. That's usually Brew's offense.
He should have made the tag right there. That was a mistake on young Mick Diamond's part.
And another quick in and out tag, and very timely tag it. And then, knocking Sergey off. And no, set him up with a Buffalo Run and a double kick at the same time. This could be, that's got to be it.
That's got to be it.
And that is. Wow.
That's a double team maneuver. Has taken. That's not something that just happened.
Very interesting, Derek Stone. What we just saw. For a brand new tag team,
trying to stop.
Yeah, Sergey tried to run over Brew. That isn't going to be very successful. And this is just kind of an interesting dynamic between Brew and Echo.
These two guys came out almost separate, very distant, but looking like a well-oiled machine right now.
All of a sudden, it looks like they've been wrestling as a tag team for a while. Or
it's just I want to find out more about this.
Yeah, and Brew, I don't get what's going on with Brew. That's my friend Brew, and wait, what is his issue?
An issue with stealing something from.
He's got an issue with.
You couldn't quite see it here off camera. These two guys seem to have an issue with everybody right now.
I haven't been able to get anything out of Brew. He's, I've been a good friend of his. I was there when he got diagnosed with his cyst on the back of his head. I do not know what is going on with that man.
I don't know. It's an interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this story develops. Lucas, normally I would just say you're an unlikable guy and people finally get tired of you, but you've been good friends with Brew for a long time, and this seems different to me.
Yeah, guys. It's something's going on. I don't know. But Brew will be a part of the SuperCHARGED tournament, as will Echo.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very, very interesting tournament. You guys do not want to miss it. Remember, the winner of this tournament gets a charged title shot at the next SuperCHARGED, which will be at the beginning of November. And the runner-up of this tournament gets an automatic shot. It gets an automatic spot in Aces Wild at the beginning of the year in January. So
a lot at stake.
A lot at stake. A lot of interesting dynamics in this tournament. So this is something you do not want to miss. Make sure you get that pay-per-view membership at $9.99, just like our guy John Christopoulos did earlier.
That also sounds like a fake name, doesn't it?
Well, maybe he's what was Uncle Jesse's name in Full House? Wasn't it?
Christopoulos?
Yeah, maybe he's related. I don't know.
Maybe so. Okay. But you do realize that was a character too. That's not a real person. Jesse Christopoulos.
I thought that was a.
It's not.
That wasn't a reality show.
Not really. A reality show.
Okay. Well,
who knew? I'm the sensible one. It must be the chair. We switched chairs.
Yeah, you've got me all discombobulated now. Well, we got Lockettes action. The Lockettes champion will be coming up against Noel.
Introducing first, from the Asylum, Noel.
Wow. Noel, she gets crazier and crazier every time she comes out.
She certainly does. She's a ship without a rudder right now.
Yeah, shit.
She's a lunatic. Equation. I mean,
what is your problem? I
know what you're saying to me.
You speak crazy.
I do speak crazy. It's a different type of crazy, I think. Adrian Mascara, though, has been, she's just been on a roll, and ever since winning that Lockettes championship, she's just been on a roll. Her confidence is better and better. You just see her and she just walks with more, like a swagger that she didn't have even a couple months ago, Lucas.
She is full of confidence, and it's really been kind of great to watch the rise of Adrian Mascara, because she has been. When she first started out, it was kind of like, okay, we see something in her, but it started out a little rough, but she just quickly caught on week after week, and the rise has been something to watch.
We mentioned it. This is such a hard business to excel in, and even be average in, just to be truthful. But we noticed that early on, she would make mistakes that a young person makes, but she never made those mistakes twice. And that is a sign of somebody who again, just her mat game and her submission game is just on point. Going for that.
And she puts in the work. She puts in the time at the Al Snow Wrestling Academy, Rocky Mountain.
Yes.
She puts in, the time. Picking the brains of veterans in the locker room and others that come in from out of town and help out here at Rocky Mountain Pro. She even tries to pick your brain, which is kind of interesting.
There's not a whole lot left. She better not take too much of it.
And she is starting to get on a roll against Noel, but Noel quickly got out of the way and is right back on the attack. Drops her right on the back of the head.
We've seen this vicious streak from Noel as of late, and she has, it's just something. I think right now, she just, to me, Lucas, Noel seems lost. She seems like She's sort of aimlessly being violent lately, Lucas, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, she doesn't have, you know, the mentorship, if that's what you want to call it, of Salem or of JC. And so, yeah, she has had the strings cut off, and she's kind of lost at times. Uncontrolled violence.
We have seen just some strokes of brilliance from Noelle lately, but then not able to follow those things up sometimes. You know, just kind of out there on an island all on her own. But I'll tell you, the way she has been looking lately, if she ever pull it all together, we've got a dangerous Lockette on our hand in Noelle.
Yeah, I think that she would be one of the top Lockettes, if not the Lockettes champion, with a little guidance.
Absolutely. Smart move there from the champion.
And trying to go for a pin right away, but Noelle wisely getting to the ropes, and that doesn't even count as a rope break because the count didn't start. So.
Nice move to sort of lure the champion in. Some innovative violence right there from Noelle.
Now going with kind of a rear chin lock.
Hear the crowd behind Adrian.
And
steal one right there.
But Noelle tried to kind of keep that chin lock on. Big forearm kind of beat Adrian to the punch. And just slamming her face first down to the mat.
He's really taking it to her right now. Big kick to the back.
This is not good for Adrian.
No. But you notice, Lucas, her attack is sort of all over the place, right? She's not really focused on anything other than just being violent. And I swear if she could put it all together, things will really pick up for Noelle.
There's a beautiful suplex by Adrian, able to maybe get some breathing room in this matchup. It's got to be hard for Adrian Mascara to defend against Noelle with all this kind of erratic offense.
All that unpredictability, you're right, Lucas, it really does throw a monkey wrench into any of the plans that you might have. How do you prepare for somebody who, you know, has a strange tick and has uncontrollably laughs at themselves?
It was just a move just like that. It looked like she was going for a cravat, and then it just kind of a knee, but it was almost like it was spontaneous.
Noelle's been in control of this match for several minutes now, just trying to figure out a way to put the champion out.
It's just been her aggressiveness that has carried her through this matchup and gotten her the upper hand. I think the question will be, how can she close it out? Oh, going for a spinning neck breaker. 1, 2, 3, got it.
Wow.
Winner of this match, Adrian Mascara.
Well, that's what it takes to be a champion right there. We've never seen Adrian Mascara hit that move before.
No, had to use something different, because it didn't look like Adrian Mascara could get Noelle in a situation for that psychedel lock. Had to use something different this time.
She got it, fans.
But that shows you the growth of Adrian Mascara, finding new ways to win and still continuing to hold that Lockettes title. Well, we've got one last match here on Ignition before we go to SuperCHARGED. We got the debut of Jake Goldie going up against Damon Ace. Coming up. And that match is happening right now. Very impressive.
First, Jack Goldie.
active duty Air Force. We thank him for his service.
Feeling a little bit of the chill in the air that we always feel when this man enters the ring.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, he is the NRW champion, Damon Ace.
Well, Jake Goldie, he's got to be careful about maybe getting a little overconfident against Damon Ace, because look at this guy. He's a big, strong guy.
If you've never seen Damon Ace before, it's easy to look at him and think, oh, this is just a big, strong guy. He's also a very smart guy. He's a very technically sound guy. And that is something I think throws a lot of people off when you look at Damon Ace. They don't call him the weapon for nothing. It's kind of a stalemate here between these two big bulls.
Yeah. This would be definitely a Haas fight, is because these two, each going about, 270, 280?
At least, yeah.
Goldie, a very accomplished athlete. He's was a 3-year football player for the Air Force Academy down in Colorado Springs, and you know how great of a football program they have down there. And he was a prospect in the NFL. Had a few tryouts. Gotten to camp a couple times. Just
Like
not
a lot
quite.
of folks that love of professional wrestling takes over. Because I'd rather be in the ring than on the field.
And to still serve in the Air Force and be an active wrestler, that's an incredible feat as well.
It's a smart move right there from Damon Ace. Kind of luring the big guy in. Whatever you can do, I can do, Lucas. Big out of
Not very often do you see someone toss
We do not
Damon
see that
Ace
very often at all.
across the ring like that. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
His back of his head might have hit that post back
You
there.
might have him right here. That was brutal. Jake's own athleticism get him in there, actually. Smart strategy here from Damon Ace.
Yeah.
He's got to put the pressure on this guy. Keep him on his off his
Slow
feet.
him down. You saw the athleticism out of Goldie. Oh, big kick right to the face. Now we're seeing that more aggressive side that we're used to out of Damon Ace. Even though he seemed to have maybe changed his attitude just a smidge. It's still just a very aggressive, dominant Damon Ace.
Doing a nice job of trying to keep him off his feet. Goldie's such a big, strong guy. Back up to that vertical raise. And reversal here. Oh, man, just that slight hesitation right there, Lucas.
That cost Goldie. Damon Ace able to get that boot up, and Damon Ace has a little bit of an experience advantage over Goldie, but Goldie's been making a name for himself down in Arizona.
Really has been a guy that we've been hearing an awful lot about. I'm happy to see him here in Rocky Mountain Pro. He matches up very well here.
And he's got a great background, has been trained by Dom Vitale, Gangrel, so definitely has some names that have been able to
Put their name behind him. Yeah. A little frustration there. That's the one thing about being a big, strong guy. You can't knock somebody out in the first couple minutes. You get a little frustrated sometimes.
Well, it is kind of when two big, strong guys that are damn near the same size go at it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to really have an advantage. This is a little different out of Damon Ace. Don't always see a Boston Crab.
Fought his way out of it. Nice move there.
Yeah, see the
Goldie.
Well, we see the big tree trunk legs of Goldie.
Yeah. Imagine trying to hold those things down.
Jack Goldie is getting dominated by Damon Ace. Oh,
Right there across the chest.
my goodness.
Ooh, I felt that one, Lucas. Did you feel that
I felt it through you.
one? Fans are calling for one more. These fans can be unforgiving sometimes, Lucas.
And thank God that Jack Goldie has such a big chest, or else it would be caved in right now.
Probably would be some of it left on the turnbuckle. You're right. Oh, big forearm.
Big forearm coming off, exploding off the ropes. Damon Ace with a big lariat taking down Jack Goldie.
Taking his head off there. Goldie, you see his head snap back and hit that mat, but he's making his way up. Still, both these guys still in it. Both struggling. Referee Alice making the count.
Both trying to get to their feet. Goldie gets up, now Ace is up. And big shot. Another big shot by Goldie. Blocks one by Damon Ace, and down goes Damon Ace.
What are you gonna do?
Telling him, where you running? Right, here he goes. This big man trying to get some momentum. Got him that time.
Goldie coming off, showing out athleticism.
Big elbow.
And now,
Getting behind him a little bit here.
and you know he's got to be tough. He serves in the military.
Yeah.
Once again, Damon Ace able to catch him with a big boot. Picks him up and slams him down. Damon Ace now, I think, starting to realize he needs to really step it up against this big man.
This big man away.
Big shotgun drop kick gets him into the corner. And that huge, beautiful spine buster.
Do it right there.
That's it.
Impressive win right there for Damon Ace, but what a great debut.
Damon Ace.
A very physical matchup. Jack Goldie makes quite an impression against the NRW champion.
There's your NRW champion right there.
Very impressive.
He's letting us in.
I will. Hey,
He's telling us to clap. So we're going to clap.
I'll get up.
He's giving him a standing ovation.
you got it. I'll give it up to him. But
Yeah, you rolled over real quick.
well, I'm me. That he's Damon Ace.
Yeah.
That's why. But hey, so. All right, guys, we have just a minute or so until we go on to SuperCHARGED. If you haven't already, upgrade that membership to $9.99. That'll get you the pay-per-view here tonight, or our premium event, SuperCHARGED. That tournament that's coming up, it's going to be spectacular. The winner of that gets a Charge Championship match at the next SuperCHARGED. The runner-up in that tournament goes on and gets a spot at Aces Wild.
Yeah.
So a lot at stake here tonight.
Big night here tonight, and if you're not going to be a part of it, you need to be a part of it.
Yeah, so make sure you hit that membership button. This is probably the best $9.99 that you can spend.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to switch things over. You're going to stick around?
Yeah, you know what? I want to watch the show.
All right.
This is the best seat in the house right here. So
all
I'm
right.
going to stick here.
Derek's still going to stick around. So we are going to have SuperCHARGED coming at you. We're going to start things off with tournament action, and we will see you right on the other side.